Speaking of Goldberg type wrestlers, Jade was in action tonight.
Oh yeah, she was. Jade, 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 Jade.
Teaming up with Red Velvet to continue on their story with Kiera Hogan, who's randomly partnered up with Sky Blue.
Yeah.
Just because blue.
Blue versus Red Dog.
Yeah, actually the gear was that way. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so, you know, it was just a blood versus Crips kind of thing going on here.
Damn it, AEW, quit promoting gang warfare, especially right before you go to California.
Yeah, see, maybe that's why they did that this week, so that way they don't do it in LA. Because, you know, you don't want to be repping, you don't want to be wearing those colors in LA.
Watch, we witness next week, not a single person wears red or blue.
I'm gonna be looking out for it now. Like, but then what happens if Sky Blue comes out?
Sorry, Sky Blue, you are not on the card to California.
Damn.
Especially between you and Red Velvet having the colors in your name. Sorry, nope, off TV.
The red, yeah, dude. When the match started with those two in the ring, by the way, dope.
A lot. When you're talking about as it happened, it was a lot crisper than I was expecting. Like, we've seen great development by some people over their time in AEW, in case I slipped there. Like Jade, for one, we talked complimentary about how much we've seen in terms of improvement with Jade. Like 2 weeks ago, we talked about it with Sky Blue. Red Velvet's been off TV for a while, but I remember when she first got there versus what she became later on down the road, which I am so happy she's back in the ring.
Yeah, I love it. And she looks good in the ring. Like,
my biggest thing is, you know how you said when you first saw Jade, like, instantly you knew? Red Velvet, the first time, and I'd not seen her on Independence or anything because I wasn't really going to the shows like we have this year or paid as much attention. But the first time she ever walked out on AEW TV, she did her little taunts and everything, and like right off the bat, it was just one of those situations before I even saw her in the ring. She has that charisma that you can't teach.
Yeah, and she looked really crisp in the ring too today. So, hey, I think this whole feud's gonna be cool with Kiera and Red Velvet splitting from the baddies.
Now I wonder who's gonna be the main person to get the comeuppance towards Jade, or at least try. Because you figure one of either her or Kiera have to be the focal point.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a 2-on-1 hand. I mean, I guess you could do tag team with Layla.
Yeah.
But eventually there's going to be a 1-on-1.
Yeah. Who's going to get that 1-on-1 first? Who's going to get that win? Or
if.
Or, yeah. Whoever's going to get that chance. I don't know which one it'll be.
I think it might be Red, especially after how tonight's match went. Because one, Kiera just lost to Jade.
Yeah.
But two, Red Velvet kind of left Jade in a 2-on-1 situation tonight, and she still ragdolled Kiera Hogan. So,
good point. Very fair point there.
So Jade hits this like reverse power slam on Kiera that she did not land flat on her back. And I was like, ooh, that was so close to being perfect, but also just as close to being terribly bad. But it was a move I don't think we've seen her really do before.
She's up in her arsenal. Let's go, Jade.
She mastered the pump kick, and now it's on to the next move.
Hey. Watch. Just real soon, she's going to be good. like all around.
And that's going to be when she finally drops the belt.
Yep.
Because then it's going to be like, okay, now you get to go away for a little bit. Just to kind of absence make the heart go fonder, bigger pop. Come back in a few months and we'll get you going towards that world title.
Right. I want to see it. I'm loving the progress. I love the progress of everyone in this match here.
So,
the fact that we saw these four on Dynamite was
so many favorite people.
Progress. Yeah. Because usually these are like, well, other than obviously Jade's not, but the other three are more like dark elevation matches usually.
And the thing is we're getting a slow burn story, which is going to be nice. Because we haven't really seen a ton of really good stories with the women's, and I kind of feel like they're failing Jamie Hayter as their top champion with that. By now, the big story surrounding Jamie Hayter is Saraya, Toni Storm, and the fact that I think Sheeta's going to whoop somebody's ass soon.
That's, yeah. So Jamie is kind of getting the same treatment as the last two women's champions did. They're not giving us a reason to care about her as a champion or hate her. Like, they're not giving us a reason to feel either way.
I hope that after that match next week, we can get towards whatever the next story for her as a solo, as the champion is. But yeah. Back to this story, it's after that power slam, Jade hooks Kira's arms like she's about to hit Jaded, but drags her over to the corner and does the most disrespectful tag to her own tag team partner. Just patting her on the head, saying like, come finish off your friend. And Red was not happy about it.
Sorry, Red. Yeah, Red was like, nah, I'm out.
Not yet, because when
oh yeah, that was
she ended up having to do it again with the choke slam. And this time Red dipped out and said nope.
I love it.
Allow Kira get a slight burst of offense, but then it was pump kick, game over.
Yeah. I love that Jade is using that pump kick so much more now, dog.
I mean,
she got it. No,
she got to the point where, because sometimes early on she would hit Jaded, it would look very awkward. That doesn't really happen anymore. But the pump kick looks better than Jaded. Chokeslam looks nice. If he does this reverse power slam and gets that down, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but yeah, for right now, I definitely like the pump kick. Yeah, I'm with it. And then, soon we can just throw that in as a signature kind of thing.
Yeah, it should be one of those things that can win their matches on like YouTube.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like the pay-per-view championship matches and stuff, no.
Yeah.
But
with an agreement.
So basically what happened, before the Toni, Saraya, and Sheeta interview, you had one with DMD and Hayter where they just basically go, Sarah doesn't understand what AEW means to them and what they mean to AEW as originals and how they had to build everything up. Doesn't know what Sarah's taking so long because she has all these great options and doesn't know why she's looking around. Points out that Jamie's the champ and Britt, she's the boss around here, but she emphasizes the boss because of Sasha Banks. About the only thing we've ever seen them actually do hinting towards Sasha, even like a reference. But that was it, and it explains why. Because finally later, as we talked about last week, they tell us who the partner is.
Yeah. Yeah, we said it, like, if they didn't tell us who the partner was this week and it wasn't Sasha or Mercedes Monet, or I think is it something Mercedes
Mercedes
something.
Monet.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we said, if it wasn't her, then they have to tell us this week, because people will riot next week if it wasn't.
And also because we talked about it, like the story, like when the match first got announced, if the story was going to be about who she picks out of those people,
Mm-hmm.
then there should have been a story building about who she's going to pick between those people. Didn't really happen, but they finally kicked it off this week because she just outright turns to Tony and tells her, "You're going to be my tag team partner," and she does like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she's just like, dog, come on. You didn't see what I just did last week?
Sawyer doesn't even look her way another single time during this little interview. She just has like a little powwow with Tony in their seats. Like, do you want to talk about strategy, plans? What are we gonna do? All that. And she was just sitting there out in the cold. Saraya's gonna get some kendo sticks soon.
They're gonna win.
That's fine. But Saraya's gonna get some kendo sticks from Sheeta at some point soon.